Hey y'all, it's Courtney, and I am back with another video, and today, my friends, we're gonna talk some drama, which I know, hypocritical, because just a little bit ago, I uploaded a video saying don't get too caught up and end up forgetting that this is the most important thing, especially around Christmas, which I was talking about your children, family, love, being with them, all that. But I also watched the original Grinch, the live-action Grinch, and the new animated Grinch with her before she went to bed. So now she's asleep. Spent all evening, got Happy Meal, and I got some Taco Bell, and we ate dinner, lunch, whatever you want to call it, together, and then watched a bunch of movies. So now I can talk my drama if I want. I spent all evening with her. Now I can talk drama. So there are 3 subjects I want to get on today. Let's just go ahead and talk about the first one, because it's going to be glaringly obvious, the first one I'm going to go for. But believe it or not, this is the one I give the least shits about, because everybody saw it coming. Everybody said I told you so. Everybody knew this was coming. I'm just surprised it took this long. So if you guys don't know what's going on, MFW got an OWI, aka a DUI, last night, driving drunk. I left a comment on her. I never comment on her videos, but I left a comment, and I literally said, I'll tell you what I said, because you know what, I wasn't even going to kick her when she was down. I did say something, but I could have said something a lot worse. But you know what? She knows. She already knows she fucked up. She already knows how terrible this is gonna be for her. You know? Which we all know she'll just use this as another poor me ticket, and she'll make out somehow in the end. She's like my grandmother. She can fall in shit and come out smelling like a rose. I've never seen anything like it. Well, now I have. And her name is Katie Roby. So anyways, my comment was, I'm trying so hard to be sympathetic, because I know how much addiction sucks, and I do. You know, I'm not going to pretend that I don't remember 10 years ago, you know, coming off of Xanax and having fucking seizures, and being in bed for 3 days straight, and waking up so confused, I didn't even know where I was, and I was in my own bed, you know? So I'm not going to pretend that I'm not capable of just as much bullshit. But the difference between me and her is I'm not a bad person deep down in here. She is a bad person deep down inside of her soul. I'm sorry. I've looked for the good in her over and over and over again. I have weighed the trauma that she's been through. I'm not going to speak on that, because no. That's a no. I will never. But even that does not make the things that she does okay, or it doesn't make an excuse for the things that she does. I know some people will say, well, it's not an excuse, but it's a reason, or it's more, what's the word I'm looking for? Context. It's context to why somebody is the way they are. No, context is, I was raped whenever I was 12 years old, so even to this day, because I was never able to form healthy physical relationships before one was forced on me, so even to this day, when my own husband touches me, I cringe sometimes, and I don't even think about it, it just happens, because that's my body, like, because it takes me right back to that. So that's not an excuse. That's just some context of why I am the way I am. Her treating people horribly, and knowing that she's doing it, and knowing all the things that she's doing, that it could be the things in her past, sure, it could be context, whatever, but it's not a reason, it's not an excuse. Because a lot of the things that she does, she could change. It's not something that she's not even thinking about. She has to think about the things she's doing before she does them. Well, at least I would think so. I don't know. Maybe she Maybe she's a reactive, well, we know she's a reactive kind of person. But anyways, I said, I'm trying so hard to be sympathetic because I know how much addiction sucks. But at the same time, I just can't believe it's taken this long for you to get caught. Karma is real, and that's all I'll say. I don't feel the need to kick you while you're down, and I don't. I don't feel the need to go in on her and, say this and say that. But then I watched the whole video, and I have just a few little remarks. First off, she made a remark that she feels set up, that she was set up. Nobody put her behind that wheel. The people at the bar did not walk her out to the car. She's so sloppy, and she blew 4 times the legal limit. She was not so sloppy drunk that the people from the bar, I'm sure she doesn't go to the Flag anymore. She's got too many exes there, so I don't know where she was. But I'm sure that they didn't, have her around them, her arms around theirs, and they walked her out to the vehicle and propped her up behind the wheel and turned the key on for her and then, put it in, go, and then called the cops on her. That would be a setup. Or call the cops beforehand and say, hey, she's going to be leaving here in 10 minutes. We're going to set her up in the car, and I'll let you know when she'll be rolling by. That's a setup. That would be entrapment. But still not even, because you have a choice on whether to hit that gas pedal, whether to turn that key. That was your fucking choice. How in the world is that a setup? I don't know the details. Maybe she was talking about something else. Maybe somebody begged her to drive them home. Maybe, I don't know. But I don't give a shit what the context or the details were. You got your fat ass, you got your ass behind the wheel 4 times the legal limit. And she gets sloshy fucking drunk. And she nods when she's drunk too. That's another scary thing. She straight nods. What if she would do that in the car? Especially around this time of the year. There are a lot of families out doing holiday shopping. Because clearly people aren't worried about the Rona over there if they're out at the bars and shit. So, can you imagine, a week from Christmas and you kill a whole family with children because you want to fucking drive drunk? But it's a setup. Then she made the comment that nobody's as disappointed in her as she is herself. I don't believe that. I don't believe that a bit. And I'll tell you why with the next point. She said, I did something really horrible last night, and I'm so mad at myself. I am so embarrassed with myself. Why are you embarrassed and mad and thinking that it's horrible now, all of a sudden? Why now is it horrible? Because you got caught? Because you spent the last 5 years that I've been around, making excuses, explaining away why it's okay that you drank and drove all those thousands and thousands and thousands of times before, because I'm sure it's been thousands of times that she's drove drunk at this point. It hasn't just been 5 or 6. The one time isn't okay. I have never driven drunk. Not one time. Have I driven, taken a couple pills? Yes. Still not okay. I'm not gonna make excuses for that in any way. But I'm about to say but, though. But if you're an addict, it's kind of like pot. When you smoke pot and get behind the wheel, you are probably going to be more cautious than anything. You're going to be more, paying attention. With pills, you're not, unless you're doing mass amounts. If you're I'm not making excuses because it's still not okay. But alcohol definitely affects you in a much greater way unless you're taking handfuls of pills. If you're taking handfuls of pills, then it's going to affect you the same way as alcohol. Alcohol, though, gets you way more messy, I guess. You drink 5 beers and you could be nodding. Takes you a whole lot more pills to do that. But it's still not an excuse. It's still not okay to drive under the influence in any way. But what I'm saying is I've never gotten behind the wheel nodding. Ever. So anyway, she has made excuses 1,000 times on why it's not a big deal that she's driven drunk. She literally made the comment one time that she used to drive drunk in the Jeep because it was 75-25. It was a 75% chance that if she got in an accident that she would total her car or kill somebody. Totaling her car was the most important, but killing somebody, it was only 25% chance of killing somebody. But then when she got the truck, she decided that, or no, it was 50-50 back then. 50-50, actually. So it's 50-50. So, you know, she can do it twice before she'll probably kill somebody, or inevitably kill somebody. She gets twice. But now, since she got the truck, it's 75-25. 75% chance you're going to kill somebody if you hit them drunk in that vehicle. So she wasn't going to drive drunk in that vehicle because that was just taking too many chances of totaling the vehicle. Not mentioning killing somebody. That was an afterthought. So anyways, she swore up and down when she got that vehicle she was not going to drink and drive in it. I wonder if getting a DUI or OWI, whatever, I wonder if that's going to complicate her having a vehicle that's not paid off. Is she still going to be able to keep it? Are they going to take it back? Like, what goes on with that? I kind of hope they do take it back because she doesn't need a vehicle. She doesn't need to be able to drive. Period. And then she was saying, oh, and you can see she showed her little bracelet, you can see I was crying my eyes out because I knew I was fucked. She was smiling in the picture. Straight smiling. Cheesing. Toothy smile. Or no, actually I think she was great big smile. And then I was told by somebody that they were watching her VIP chat clips, and she was smiling and laughing, telling the story in her VIP. So clearly it wasn't, clearly this is not the wake-up call that everybody thought it was going to be. Which, I mean, those of us that have been around for long enough, we already knew. We know that she's not going to hit rock bottom until she is forced. Something really bad happens. Either she's going to kill somebody, kill herself. Something drastic's going to have to happen. Otherwise, there wouldn't be people out there with 5 DUIs under their belt. You know? I really hope this would be a wake-up call for her, but I just don't really have faith in her anymore because she gets on here and says a lot of things. It's like Neg said, if this happened to me and I was really changed and something awakened in me and I was like, oh fuck, I gotta change, I wouldn't get on here and tell you guys about it. I would be offline, making the calls, getting myself into rehab, doing what I needed to do to get my fucking ass straight. Period. Neg said that earlier, and I was like, I cannot agree more. If you were serious, you wouldn't be talking about it. You'd be doing it. So, don't talk about it. Be about it. Get yourself cleaned up, or don't talk about it. Just simply say, I'm a fuck up. I'm going to keep doing what I want to do. Sorry, guys. If you don't want to watch me, don't watch me. This is why I don't watch her anymore, because I can't stand it. Because she makes up all the shit that she's gonna do, and she doesn't do any of it. So anyways, I'm done with that topic. Like I said, I don't even care about that topic. The only part that I care about, honestly, is that she could have hurt somebody else, and every time she's drove drunk, she could have hurt somebody else. She wants to hurt herself. What are we gonna do about it? I'm not gonna say I hope she dies. I'm not gonna say I hope she gets in an accident. I'm not gonna say I hope she gets hurt. I don't want that to happen to her. I can't stand the bitch, but I don't want her to get hurt. I don't want anybody to get hurt. But never mind, I'm not gonna say that. I was gonna say, would I go out of my way to, how do I want to say that? Like, I don't care, because she's gonna do what she wants to do. What does me caring matter? So, anyways, second point. The video that I made earlier saying, let me read this comment. Let me go to Rainbow's video, and I will read you this comment, because Rainbow made a live last night, because Mary, Midwestern Mary, decided to drop DMs from a very long time ago about Kit Kat. I don't know if she's trying to get everybody mad at Kit Kat. She's